All right, we're live. Welcome to Mana'o at Home. All right, welcome all the way live from La La Land. I'm Trish da Dish, presenting Mana'o at Home, a new talk story virtual concert show during these dark days in the music scene. We've had such a great reaction, and thank you so much for tuning in here every Thursday at 4 p.m. Hawaii time for your magical Maui musicians. Chad Kaya was so fantastic last week, and we just want to give him a lot of love and aloha for, getting out of his comfort zone and being live with us on air solo. So thank you so much to Chad. Today we have a very special guest coming up, Joshua Kahula, and he's from some of your favorite bands, Nuff Said, Ho'omau. He's got Hōkū nominations for his Hawaiian duo. Oh, we have so much good things to talk about. Talk story, lots of love, and I can't wait to get it started. Before we do, I want to give love to all those who signed the petition and sent to your legislators. It was called SaveOurStages.com. It has actually become legislation now, and it could be giving money to music venues like the Troubadour and the Metro in Chicago. Art is essential. So we need these venues to survive this pandemic. And I know you do too. So thank you so much for everyone who supported that. It's the Restart Act or the SOF, Save Our Stages. So stay tuned for more about that in coming weeks. You know, it's one of our favorites. And before I forget, I want to give love to the Henry Capono Foundation. They have been feeding many of the Maui musicians and Hawaii musicians. And it's just been really heartening to see a musician like that give back to the scene. So without further ado, I hope he gets back here. We have the one and the only Joshua Kahula.
Hey.
You're making me nervous there, buddy.
We're here. Thank you so much, Trish. Sorry, I kind of was trying to work with the lighting there and stuff like that. So
you look good. You look good.
So much for having me, and aloha to all of you in La La Land, and thanks so much for tuning in.
Where in the world are we? Where are you from? We're live from your living room.
Coming straight to you live from my living room. Mana'o at home. Yes.
He's in Lahaina, boy, right now, I see.
Yeah.
How's this time been for you? I know you're busy guy. You're always in the gig circuit. You play with everybody. You kind of like being at home during this time, or would you rather be out on the gig circle?
It's definitely out of my comfort zone, but it's been cool. You know, I appreciate it. Try to find the silver lining in it, and you know, there have been a huge benefits. I got to do a lot of stuff on my honey-do list. Got to spend a lot of time with the family, and also just kind of rethink everything. You know, just kind of reinvent. And so yeah, it's been cool. I actually just got off the phone working on my website, so I'm looking to launch that in probably towards the end of this summer, coming up soon actually.
Congratulations. So, I know that we'll be talking more about this in the interview, but you've really stepped up in the digital age, got Nuff Said and all your bands online, and it does take a lot of work on and off the stage. It really does.
Oh my goodness, you know, I'm not the tech savvy type whatsoever. So, I mean, it was very much out of my comfort zone, but this has been another blessing in disguise with this whole COVID lockdown, is getting to kind of do that that tech side of everything, you know, social media and what have you. So it's been fun. I've gotten to meet a lot of people virtually. And like yourself, you know, kind of, we met before, but now even more so kind of getting together again and doing stuff like this. This is pretty awesome. So
this is so cool, right?
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, we know we want to get some beautiful string sensations and your beautiful aloha. So ladies and gentlemen, we present Mana'o at Home has Joshua Kahula.
Hey, thank you. So let's start off with a song. Was our first release in 2004. Nuff Said, this song called Cherry Bomb, and hope you like it. call you so you can give me some of your sweet love, maybe even a kiss. There's no other girl who could even love me like this. Sweet cherry bomb, tell me how long it'll take for us to get together, cause I got so much to say. Some of your sweet love, maybe even a kiss. There's no other girl who could even love me like this. Do you remember when I told you I love you? Oh, do you remember how I showed you I cared? Yeah. Do you remember when you said I do? Cause I do. I remember that day, remember that moment. I remember that vow we both made. Sweet cherry bomb, when you gonna come? I would like to call you so you can give me some of your sweet love, maybe even a kiss. There's no other girl who could even love me like this. Sweet cherry bomb, tell me how long it'll take for us to get together, cause I got so much to say. Some of your sweet love, maybe even a kiss. There's no other girl who could even love me like this. Do you remember when I told you I love you? Oh, do you remember how I showed you I cared? Yeah. You remember when you said I do? Cause I do. I remember that day, remember that moment. I remember that vow we both made. Sweet cherry bomb, when you gonna come? I would like to call you so you can give me some of your sweet love, maybe even a kiss. There's no other girl who could even love me like this. Sweet cherry bomb, tell me how long it'll take for us to get together, cause I got so much to say. Some of your sweet love, maybe even a kiss. There's no other girl who can love me like this. Oh yeah.
What a delicious tune to start with. Yay.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh my goodness, we're going down a enough said memory lane there.
Oh yes, yes.
Sure. Chino's younger than I, but he was reminiscing all morning about listening to you guys on the bus while he works out. Anywhere he went, he was a huge fan. So I'm blowing his mind today. Thank you. I'm getting bonus points at home here. Enough said, such a fun band. 5 members? Can we give a shout to your guys?
Yeah, members? So the founding members, myself, David Wood, my brother-in-law, Kip Okazaki, he actually is my State Farm agent, yeah. And then also the OG Dwayne Rosa was on drums. So that was the founding band. And then more recent times, we kind of revamped everything. Everybody, you know, with the times past, everybody had different things, different focuses. So revamped the band. We still have Dave and Kid, and then we have Dane Patao on keyboards and Michael Casil on drums. And he actually, Michael Casil is super talented. Young, him and Dane, they're much younger musicians, but they've been in the music scene here on Maui for a long time. Dane, he started off with the Hawaiian Boys, and so they were actually in middle school and doing concerts with us, backing up like Marty Dread and stuff like that. And now he's like, I mean, he's into everything, you know, nowadays. So he's on keyboards. We got Dean Patel on keyboards. Mike Casil, he started off originally with the Maui band, and he's since produced so many different artists, mainly from Maui. And he's actually up for an award at the Hōkū's, couple of awards for the different artists, you know, including our Kahālāwai project. So anyway, that's engineering configuration right now. And
it takes a village.
Yes, yeah. So
it was nice to see you boys. That photo that I posted on the event, it's like you're all grown up, you know.
Yeah.
You're all like fathers and coaches and State Farm agents. And,
Yeah.
and it's just, I just want to say I really respect that, because you just are a good example of how you can really make your living pursuing your dreams, sharing your culture, but at the same time still having your family and getting to, you know, rock out when you want, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and that was, to be quite honest, I never thought I'd be doing this as a career for a living. It took a leap of faith and a lot of, you know, different friends who encouraged me. And finally, when I took that leap of faith in '08, and I mean, it was literally close one door on my day job and the floodgates just opened. Yeah, so many opportunities and stuff. So yeah, very thankful. I consider it a blessing, everything that we, just being able to do what we love to do. So
That's lovely. That's what we want to hear from our musicians that we love. So thank you so much. Let's hear some more music, because I love seeing that guitar in your hand and your smile. It just, I'm so happy. So thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, Manao at home, serving up some Joshua Kahula.
So this is off of our second album. This song called "The Way You Are," and it's kind of, when I wrote it, I kind of had a Jack Johnson vibe initially, but then when it came out, it kind of had more of that old, kind of a reminiscent of like "Stand By Me," so by Benny King. So a song called "The Way You Are" goes something like this. I love you just the way you are. I love the silly things you do. I love the way you look at me every night and say how much you're loving me, baby. I love you just the way you are. When I wake up in the morning and you are next to me, yeah, you know I'm liking what I'm seeing every time. You mean everything to me. Baby, baby, let me speak. I think you're looking so fine, yeah. My perspective is clear, so I've got to let you know I love you just the way you are. I love the silly things you do. I love the way you look at me every night and say how much you're loving me, baby. I love you just the way you are. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, I love you just the way you are. I love the silly things you do. I love the way you look at me every night and say how much you're loving me, baby. I love you just the way you are. When I wake up in the morning and you are next to me, yeah, you know I'm liking what I'm seeing every time. You mean everything to me. Baby, baby, let me speak. You know you're looking so fine, yeah, and my perspective is clear, so I've got to let you know I love you just the way you are. I love the silly things you do. I love the way you look at me every night and say how much you're loving me, baby. I love you just the way you are. Now I'm called "The Way You Are."
Ooh. Oh, that felt good too.
Thank you.
I'm going down memory lane here. I like it because you enough said, and your playing has always made me sway even more than I already sway. And I'm over here by myself, swaying in my chair, just getting stoked. Thanks so much. And before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Nuff Said, who is 3-time winner of the Hawaii Music Awards.
Yeah,
which was, yeah, that was a cool award show back in the day. You guys, I love those photos of you guys. You're so young and happy. It's just like,
Fast forward to now and
yeah, because you're born in Makawao, right? Born in
Makawao, and actually most of us from upstairs, the original crew, are from up country. Actually, all of us.
Oh wow!
David's from Makawao. I'm from Makawao. Kid from Pukalani.
Yeah.
And Dwayne from Haiku. So we were from the upcountry area.
Yeah. And now you're a legend of the West Side. You're a legendary coach dad. You can teach hula. You're helping the community. I love it. So
yeah, no, the sports. Honestly, I never played baseball, but my son he loves sports, so kind of one of those assistant coaches. I never played it before, so I'm just there to kind of just make sure. And whatever needs to be done outside of the stuff, and then with the girls, they have their hula. I'm not the kumu. I'm not the teacher. So
no, but Napua is the kumu hula for your kids.
She is Napua Greg. She's my daughters. Both of them. They're kumu, and she's such a great, just such an amazing manawahine. I mean, an awesome person, friend, and we're fortunate that the girls get to learn from her. So.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. Right on. You're surrounded by some good company, sir. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I tell you.
lucky Akapo, yeah. I know you've also. Well, let's hear some more music and then we'll talk more. Let's see. What are you gonna play for us next?
So this next one I wanted to do. Remind me, I'm just kind of looking at a list that I've made. It's called Simple Eye, and it kind of just tells the story of, for all of us, including myself, I always wanted that, it's always good to have stuff, money, what have you, and sometimes you just gotta kind of look at the basic things, and I think this lockdown has kind of taught me that. Even more so, just kind of reinvigorated that thought process of just keep things simple, and the simpler things are, the less complications you have in life. And so it's part of the reason I wrote this song. Is just the simplest way possible is usually the most beneficial to everyone, especially yourself. So the song goes like this. And it was, surprisingly, it was a local favorite. It goes like this. These Nuff Said songs are really broken down. They don't have that saxophone sound from kids. So there are days when I sit and wish that I had so many riches. My life would be so happy and so easy without any worry. Oh, babe, but this love ain't one. It's not enough. A complicated person, someone you never was before. That's for sure, yeah. You find your life starts slipping, you lose focus on the things that really matter, the things that don't. It's all in vain to live for today. Oh, keep a simple life, baby. Simple life, things will be better. You see things much clearer, yeah. simple lie, baby. Simple lie. You'll find much more happiness. Your problems will be less. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. Oh, there are days when I sit and wish that I had so many riches. My life wouldn't be so happy and so easy without any worry. Oh, baby, this love and warmth is a start enough. A complicated person, someone you never was before. That's for sure, yes. If finding life starts slipping, you lose focus on the things that really matter, the things that don't. It's all in vain to live for today. Oh, whoa. Keep a simple life, baby. Simple life. Things will be better. See things much clearer. A simple life, baby. Simple life. Find much more happiness. Problems will be less. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah.
I gotta get my clap machine over here. Yeah. That song it resonates right now, you know? And I thought it was really beautiful when we were talking. Thank you for sharing, for talking story the other day on the phone. And you said how during this time you realized that your music's been there for a few of your fans, like people that are in the Philippines or all the way to Florida. And it's really, you know, mentally saved them in ways, and how you've been so touched by that.
Yeah, that's been, I mean, honestly, that's been another blessing too. Just, you know, I think everybody's got their good days, bad days, some more than others. And actually met, I haven't met him in person, but one of our followers, Brian, out of Florida, you know, he kind of sent me a note and was super encouraging, because I guess he had kind of been having one of those down moments. And, you know, fellow musician is just, you know, we do have those days where we don't feel like as peppy as maybe other days. And so I asked him if I could share a portion of his story. And I wanted to share it, just bring light to the fact that it's not just myself included. I've talked to a lot of other different musician friends that have come across this, where the music has kind of been a saving grace for a lot of those, you know, some going through depression, PTSD, all those things, you know. And, you know, I just encourage all the musicians out there to please share your music, because it's what really brings light in this world, you know, especially during this time. So,
amen.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so beautiful. It's, you know, the reason we're fans of yours, you know. So thank you so much. That's really deep and beautiful, and I know that other musicians appreciate that. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
I know you've had some music healing too recently with the Willie K Tribute.
Oh boy.
And that was just an absolute all-star cast. I mean, every person that played is like a part of the fabric of the Hawaii music scene, and you were all honoring, you know, your Hawaiian bluesmen, the rock.
Oh my gosh! I mean,
so tell me a little bit about that event at the Guava Tree recently.
Guava Tree. So during this whole process, it's kind of, you know, I want to send a shout out to Alboy and Isa Kuehu. They are the owners, locally owned Guava Tree Restaurant Bar and Grill, and they really kind of stepped up to the plate for a lot of the artists, you know, and allowed kind of this virtual concert setting. They were just doing takeouts, but they had this open space that they were, you know, so generous to open up to musicians like myself. And this is where we had this Willie K Tribute. And it was just, it ended up, there's so many different facets, and it would have seemed like it would have just fallen apart. I mean, if you had seen the timeline, I mean, they had it down to like the minutes. I mean, literally. But, you know, hats off to the whole audio crew, the managed crew, as far as, got to send a shout out to Joe Arias. I mean, there's so many, you know, people that made this possible, but at the end of the day, it ended up being such a huge success. You know, Kaleo Phillips, Rainette, you know, I'm just kind of going off the top of my head. And Gabby, Uncle Willie's wife. But it was so amazing to be a part of that. And so we performed with another one of my groups, with my good brother, Pi'ilani Arias, Kahālāwai.
Yeah.
And we had sitting in with us on bass, Ikaika Blackburn, another amazing, talented.
All these names are just part of history. Like you're throwing out. It's
and,
all have different parts of why you make this island so special.
Yeah, and just to be considered as part of it, I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, you had Amy Hanaili, you had Koa, the local band Ayao. I mean, who else? You had
it was such a beautiful tribute, and it was a time where we needed it too. I felt like that concert uplifted the music scene, literally, because it's like pandemic, Willie's passing, you can't play live, and then all of a sudden you see this beautiful show, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be okay. It gave us faith.
It was refreshing, you know.
Cool.
I just with that too. In addition to Uncle Willie K passing, we also lost another.
That's right.
Kaulana Pakele, he passed. A good musician, you might know from like Ehu Kai and Mana'o Company. Just huge inspiration musically here in the islands. He passed away too.
That was that was unexpected.
Our love and aloha go out to Kaulana Pakele's ohana and the Kahālāwai ohana too. I mean, Uncle Willie K. I mean, I remember the first album, it just blew me away that somebody from Maui made music like this. I mean, I never heard that before, you know. So it really kind of opened up, I think, a lot of musicians here locally. Opened up.
Yeah, he's a trailblazer for sure.
Yeah.
He lit that fire for you guys. So keep carrying it. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
And don't forget, before I forget, this is, you know, his gig. So if you're feeling tipsy, there's that beautiful little pineapple down here. I heard your Venmo go cha-ching, so it's working. Joshua-Kahula, go to Venmo, virtually tip, support this family man and Hawaiian musician. We really appreciate you being here. What are you going to share now? I'm excited. I like this set.
You know, I wanted to do, so we were kind of talking about Kahālāwai and
yes, which is nominated for 4 Hōkūs this year.
Yeah, we have 4 nominations. I mean, just so thankful for that.
A 2-year project or 1-year project, right?
Yeah, yeah. So my partner,
and I love the name. It's the meeting, the blending of sounds.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Real quick, Kumu Kamaka Kukona kind of helped us get the name. And Kahālāwai, there's Mauna Kahālāwai here on Maui. Mm-hmm. And he said there's a lot of symbolism with it. You know, I live on the west side of that Mauna, that mountain. And Pi'ilani lives on the other side. Is it the windward side? I live on the leeward side. So we're both connected by that mountain. We both just live on the other sides of the mountain. So that's another but the water source that comes from that mountain goes to both his side of the island as well as mine. So there's just so many metaphors with the name, and it just, I mean, we were very thankful to have that. And it was a definitely, I have to say, probably one of the most well thought out projects that I've worked on.
Beautiful.
And a lot of that I have to hand off to my good brother, Pi'ilani, here he is. He put a lot of thought, a lot of the arrangements to the songs, you know, what songs to do and stuff. So, you know, hats off to him. And actually, he's playing tonight at the Guava Tree.
Yeah.
Grill.
Both of you got a gig today all of a sudden.
Yeah. So, super cool, super happy for him. And so this is one of the songs that we recorded off that album, was a tribute to Kalapana and the late, great Mackie Fury did this song. So name of the song called Nightbird. Fly on through the night wind, take a star to her for me. Please whisper I love her, tell her wait for me. Yeah. Hey, it seems so cold now, how I miss her arms around me. So, nightbird of love, make her wait for me, 'cause you have wings, you know I'll let you go almost every night. But loneliness can dull the shine of even the bright moonlight. Nightbird, fly, fly on, oh, nightbird, sing her my song. Oh, before you leave, take a span of gold with you, and if you can find her, tell her I am true, 'cause you have wings, you know I'll let you go almost every night. The loneliness can dull the shine of even the bright moonlight. Nightbird, fly, fly on, oh, nightbird, sing her my song, oh, nightbird, fly, fly on.
Ow, ow, ow! Yeah. What a pretty song. Oh my goodness. That made me feel so happy.
Yeah, that was by,
thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, that was from Mackie Fury, that from the group Kalapana. You know, he's since passed, you know, but such an amazing writer. That was probably a huge inspiration in the Hawaii music scene. They fused a lot of contemporary and R&B and jazz, you know, into the music, and we were fortunate to record that song.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's beautiful. We were talking about how this is like a modern, the album's like a contemporary modern Hawaiian album. Also I was going to give a shout out to your cuz, who also is an infused jazz musician, Hōkū winner. Hale Manu.
Manu, yeah.
One of the Mana'o at home special guests.
Yes. What did he, was it 2018?
I think he won Best Island Music Album.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah, super awesome.
And Lisa, yeah.
You know, we were just kind of, as we were reminiscing, and you mentioned him, I was like, oh my goodness. I remember we used to have a group called, I was maybe 7th grade. Him, my brother, myself, and my uncle. We were called Mako Eha, the 4 of us, you know, and we do like little parties and stuff like that.
Oh, funny.
Cool. And, you know, that was super fun. So,
yeah.
Honestly,
I love talking story with you too, because I get to find out, I wasn't born on Maui, but I know a lot about the scene, but I was tickled to find out that you and Kanoa went to school together.
Oh, yeah.
You did Ho'omau, and I saw the picture. I was like, little Kanoa. He's like, baby.
Yeah.
Tell me about that band.
That guy, I mean, well, Ho'omau was,
Love Kanoa.
It started off, I think it was the transition from Mako Eha that we progressed on to Ho'omau. We were called Ho'omau Productions. And then I think we even became Namele Ho'omau. The music, the songs continue, but then eventually we just broke it down to Ho'omau for that album. And so started off again, myself, my brother, and then we had my brother-in-law, Dave, plays bass, and he's with us, enough said. And then also we had Kit on saxophone, cousin Danny Girl, amazing vocalist, you know.
We love her.
She was the one take type of deal, like she literally went in, did it one time, and that was it. So and then we had Kanoa, and then Dwayne, our drummer, Dwayne Rosa on drum. So that was kind of like the beginnings. It was kind of an interesting thing, because that was kind of like a huge kind of like a jumping board for a lot of us, because Ho'omau, from there, you know, everybody kind of branched off, you know. Enough said. Danny Girl had her own albums that she did. Kanoa, Omega, yeah. And you know, and then also too, even I gotta make mention to Chris Mamwad. He was a sound man.
Hey, Chris. Oh.
Superb Audio, and he has since. I mean, he's worked with.
He's the man.
Yeah.
He's like on my top 3 forever.
Yeah.
So, like, you need sound, call him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got everything too. He's got like a chord that you never knew.
No, it's so funny. Quick story. I don't know how many gigs we'd like at the end of the gig. Oh, my chord's not working. He'd go take it. He'll take it. Come back to the next gig and here, try it out, and it's working again. So,
he's a magician. Yeah.
Yeah. So from there though, we recorded our Ho'omau album, and in '99 we released it. And it was super cool. It was the first time we got our music on radio, you know. And I mean, you know, that super stoked, like just, oh, awesome. This is so awesome to have it on the radio. That feeling, you know, just we're like jumping in the car, like, look, it's like,
yeah, remember back in the day you had to listen for your song on the radio? You couldn't just click something.
Exactly. But you didn't have cell phones back then, so you had to wait, you know, it's like, or you had to, if you could, maybe use a beeper and try to beep everybody, like, hey, call me now. You need to turn on the radio and stuff like that.
Oh, that's hilarious. All right,
myself.
let's get some more live music from the one and only Joshua Kahula.
So this is one of the songs off of that Ho'omau album. And I'm trying to actually work to get it up on digital platforms soon. So stay tuned, everybody. So this one's called Paradise. And goes something like this. Looking out the window, I see the smiles everywhere. When you're in this country, There's joy beyond compare. You feel the ocean breeze, the sand beneath your feet. Living in this paradise makes your heart feel complete, yeah. Oh, I'll tell you, it's perfect in every way. It's a paradise, that's what some may say. It was meant to be this way. It's a paradise, let the children play. Oh, a paradise, let the children play. A crystal clear blue water, a golden orange sunrise, no clouds up ahead, above us clear blue sky. It's a dream alone to see, from thought to reality. Waiting for that day to come with my peeps I wanna be, yeah. Oh, I tell you, it's perfect in every way. It's a paradise, that's what some may say. It was meant to be this way. It's a paradise, let the children play. A paradise, let the children play. Oh, I tell you, it's perfect in every way. It's a paradise, that's what some may say. It was meant to be this way. It's a paradise, let the children play. A paradise, let the children play. Send that song out to Vero. She always requests that when I'm playing. So, San Diego.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's so cool to see everybody tuning in and commenting. It'll be fun for you to watch this. They're like, that's my favorite. I love Joshua. It's so funny. I want to go back though and give some more love to Kahālāwai, because it's pretty outstanding what you guys have done with that album. I mean, this year is up for Hawaiian Music Album of the Year, Hawaiian Single of the Year, Song of the Year, and also Engineering. And hopefully we'll get to go to the Hōkūs. You'll get to go. What's going to happen?
Well, it's still in the works. It's, you know, it's looking good, but, you know, things change every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
Speaking of things, yeah. You guys stay safe over there, huh?
Yeah. First and foremost, I mean, we're starting out that, you know, school's supposed to start up pretty soon, but then you've been hearing cases and stuff like that. It's been crazy, but, you know.
I was thinking about that, like your family. So you're at home, you're a dad. Both of you are probably teachers too right now. It's like you've taken over your life, you know? It's like this quarantine is but at the same time, you get, I mean, how cool is it? Their dad's in the living room doing a concert right now.
Yeah.
You're pretty cool.
I asked them, can you guys not come through for the next hour?
They're like, I know, right? You're like, can you just please stay in the back room? I appreciate it. Now, I know that you do like a lot of outreach, and like sometimes when you do conventions, you get to work with all kinds of different musicians. You know, like, who's someone that you're a fan of? That's, you know, maybe not Hawaiian, but with somebody on Maui in recent years you've become a fan of? Someone new in the scene.
Someone new. I just started working with some new, you know, players. So a good friend of mine, Jonathan Kua.
We love Jonathan.
Yeah,
he plays with the Natalie Robles band.
Oh, yes. So,
hey, John.
Super great player. I mean, he comes from the Molina family, which is here on Maui. I mean, the Molinas were, I mean, known for great music and great musicians. So Jonathan, he's amazing. And he plays with this guy named Jason Arcilla.
Aquila, yeah.
I've been kind of following his stuff, and I've been digging the vibe, you know. I've been liking the vibe that we got, you know, and you know, just you got, so I'll tune in to watch some of his live shows, and I like the different song selections that he's taken on. Another, not here in Maui, but he used to live here in Maui. Good brother of mine, John Akapo.
Oh.
Amazing blues guy.
Oh.
He does. I mean, he's just super amazing.
I've been following him. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I
He's
had
got
a chance.
Voice. His voice is unreal.
Oh man, you got to have him do some Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash, he kills it.
I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan.
Oh, there you
go. That's my boyfriend. My 2 dead boyfriends. Freddie and Johnny Cash. Yeah, and also you recently united with someone I think is really cool, Ola Shaw.
Oh yeah.
It was We Are More Productions. He's a former Throwdown.
Yeah,
and, we love Ola. Tell me, that's really interesting. What are you doing with him?
Well, actually, he did our second Nuff Set album.
Oh, nice.
He mixed and mastered that album, and so a lot of there's some songs with some original rock selections on there, and he has that vibe, you know. It kind of,
he's so cool.
Yeah, so we worked with him on that, and yeah, it was a pleasure, you know. It's kind of like a, you know, kind of fans, but you don't want to come out and say it too much, you know. So you know, I was loving the work that they were doing. I think he was doing some stuff with Kanoa and Ovaila, and I was liking the sound from that, and felt that he could kind of get that sound on an album. So we worked with him on our second album that came out in 2011, Life in a Song.
Wow.
And then fast forward to 2020, we were just talking like last week, and so we're looking forward to working on another project that he's got cooking. So
I'm loving the lockdown connections.
Yeah,
you know?
It's amazing. All of a sudden, I think it's really opened up, you know, no pun intended, but it's opened doors for strangers. That was the name of our first album, but it's kind of interesting, like how it's worked out, where made connections, even though we're not even seeing each other necessarily face to face. It's kind of, it's this whole new social media just kind of opened up this door for me, you know. I was like, hey man, how's it going? Kind of was a fan of yours. Would you like to? Hey, sure, you know. So yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I hope this show opens up some doors for you too. I know the Mana'o fans are thrilled to have you. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you're feeling tipsy, that cute little pineapple accepts virtual tips. Joshua Kahula. Let's get some more tunage from this beautiful Maui boy.
So this next one I'm gonna do for you was another project I worked on with P. Ilani Arias and a good brother Kaleo Phillips. The name of the band was Pono, and we released this project back in 2004. It was actually around the same time we released our Nuff Said album. I think because we were in the studio around the same time. So this is one of the songs off of that album often get requested, called Boardwalk Angel. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in today. Mahalo. Little girl tonight, baby, don't be blue. They lit those spotted lights down on the avenue. You're out there on your own, spending all your time alone. So come on, girl, tonight I want to be with you. World has let you down, babe, it's broke your heart. But tonight's the night for a brand new start. world behind. We're walking on down the line. So come on, girl, let's make our dreams come true. So meet me out on the boardwalk tonight. Meet me down by the city. We can dance near the carnival lights, all the shores of Maui. Fall in love on a carousel, little boardwalk angel. Fall in love on a carousel, little boardwalk angel. Fall in love on a carousel, little boardwalk angel. Yeah.
Woo-woo! Choo!
Right.
Thank you. This is such a great mix of music that really represents who you are as a player. So thank you.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
That was off of our Pono album. I actually heard it from a movie called Eddie and the Cruisers.
Eddie and the Cruisers, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I remember hearing it from. So we covered that on our Pono album. So, but
Very
that's
cool.
often requested at a lot of times. So that one's going out to everybody who wanted Boardwalk.
And it's really cool. I know we talked about it earlier, but like you getting this time to kind of go through and see your musical journey and your catalog and realize, you know, you have a new set of fans now. You're online again. Like you said, you might, who knows, we might have like a, you know, a whole album that's going to be digitally uploaded soon.
Yeah. No,
it's really exciting.
It's very exciting. You know, I think I mentioned to you the story where that what kind of gave me the incentive to kind of start getting more of a presence on social media. And since then, I mean, we're fortunate we have had a lot of, you know, just kind of been able to build an amazing following, you know, from different backgrounds and what have you. And the one thing I will say is the music always is constant. You know, the music has really kind of been at the forefront of what this whole purpose, you know, this whole thing is, you know, because music has been able to, again, inspire, it's able to uplift. And, you know, there's days when I feel like maybe I need an uplifting of some sort, you know, from, you know, when you, sometimes you just got to turn off the TV and turn off the news feed.
Totally.
So much stuff happening. And the music just kind of brings it back to point, you know, helps you kind of center. And, you know, a lot of the lyrics that I've kind of written over the years, I'm hoping it kind of reflects, you know, that and what have you. And you kind of bring it back to keeping that we're in a day and age where people don't, the younger generation have a hard time maybe connecting. And I feel I do come from a generation that knew how to connect. We didn't have everything, the devices didn't distract us, you know. And don't get me wrong, the devices are very helpful, especially
right now,
with social media, like right now. But at the same time, interacting is kind of something that's almost like if you're in this day and age, a lot of the young ones, for lack of a better word, don't have as much experience, you know. And
I agree.
So I think the music kind of helps to transcend that and hopefully kind of able to kind of share that, you know.
Well, I think you're doing a really good job of being that example. So thank you so much for continuing to share your Manao right here on Manao at Home. Well, we only have time for one more. I told you this was going to go so fast. We're like already done.
I can't believe it's been an hour already.
It's already been an hour, buddy. I want to hang out with you more. We're gonna have to have you guys back. We'll get you at Guava Tree. I see enough said full set at Guava Tree. I'll talk to my people.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So one more time, we have Maui Man and beautiful, beautiful soul, Joshua Kahula.
Thank you so much, Trisha, the whole gang there at Nā Hōkū Radio. Thank you so much for having us. Before I do my last song, just want to send a big, huge aloha to all of you. For those of you, out there here in Hawaii, be prepared, stay safe. We got so much. We got, for our family and friends in Alaska, you had some earthquakes. So glad to hear that you're fine. Wherever you may be, keep a positive attitude as much as possible. I know it might be hard at times, but this song I wrote, it's called "Life Is Perfect." I thought I'd leave you today with this song, and it's basically it's kind of showing love for that special someone, but you can also look at it as life. Life is amazing. We get to wake up every day and count that as a huge blessing. So I do this song for you. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you around. If I held a place in your heart, I would be the envy of all the men in your town, and they would want to be me, thankful each and every day. You are the blessing I love and appreciate. Life would be so perfect with you. Oh yeah, life would be so perfect with you. Remember that first time we met? Oh, I knew that we were meant to be together. I wasn't sure just what I would say, so I let it go and asked you your name. Because if I held a place in your heart, I would be the envy of all the men in your town, and they would want to be me, thankful each and every day. You are the blessing I love and appreciate. Life would be so perfect with you. Oh yeah, life would be so perfect with you. It's hard for me to believe, oh, that you are here with me. We are together. Your look was what caught my eyes. Your beauty lies deep inside, forever and ever. If I held a place in your heart, I would be the envy of all the men in your town, and they would want to be me, thankful each and every day. You are the blessing I love and appreciate. Life would be so perfect with you. Oh yeah, life would be so perfect with you. Oh, life would be so perfect with you. Oh yeah, life would be so perfect with you. Life would be so perfect with you.
Fans are going crazy over here. Enough said, not all here. It's just Joshua, okay? Oh, thank you so much for sharing with us today, Joshua Kahula. Friends, fans, please support this Maui musician. Get online. He's everywhere. This man is everywhere online right now. I've been tagging everything he's doing.
Yeah.
So really appreciate you sharing these sweet sensations from your living room in Lahaina.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate it. I know Manao does too. It's community supported radio, supporting our community musicians, and this couldn't have been a better show. So I just really appreciate your time. We'll see you soon, okay, Josh?
Take care. Aloha, mahalo.
Take care. And you guys don't forget, every Thursday, 4 p.m. Hawaii time, I am live here from La La Land with Mana'o at Home. Next week, we have Soul Siren, Nara Boone. Woo! Wait till you hear this girl's voice. It's like church. And then the next week, we have Tom Conway, who is one of my favorite guitar players. And then the next week, we have Shea Butter and the Cream. So, I mean, this summer's fire. So thanks for tuning in and being a part of this. I'm Trish da Dish, and keep it real, wear a mask, spread love and joy, be safe in Hawaii, please. Aloha. All right, guys, thanks once again, Joshua.
Aloha.
Aloha. We'll see you soon, guys. I'm Mana'o at Home.